Hello? Hello. Hello. Hello, what's up, boys? Hello. Welcome to my debut stream. Welcome. Labubu's? It's not a Labubu. Okay, I promise I'm not a Labubu. Hello, everyone. I am tenten, and as you might be able to guess from the ears, I'm a bunny fanboy VTuber. Alright, this is the cute little ears. Okay. I actually really like the piercing on it. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the ears are actually pierced. That might be a little punky, but I'm pretty into punky stuff. Alright, let's go ahead. And what do you guys want to see first? Nope. I think the models kind of already revealed, but let me clickbait by only showing the forehead. Okay, don't say I'm a big forehead. I promise you my forehead is fine. Oh, hi. A girl, not a boy? Wait, that's not me. Whoop. Hello? Hello? You can see my mouse moving. I scuff streamers. You can see me dragging the model. Hello. Whoop. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hello everyone. This is me. Hello. My usernames is 2ten, but I go by tenten because you know 2 plus 10 is 12. But when you put the 210 next to each other, they're 1010. So hi. I'm a bunny fanboy VTubers. Just like every other bunny's tubers there, 4 years. So I have the two main bunny ears, and the bunny ears actually appears if you can see at the top right here. My top right bunny ears appears, and I have my regular non-cosplay ears. So hello. And then can you guys guess what I'm wearing? It's black and white theme tubers. Oh, hello. I mean, the clothing is a little day fashion. So this is the clothing. It's a blend of day fashion, but also my own take on things. And you can see there's a little bunny choker that I'm wearing as well. So this right here at the neck. And of course, a big giant bow with the green gemstones in the front. It's not a maid outfit. Everyone keep thinking it's a maid outfit, and they keep calling me bunny maid. Everyone keep calling me bunny maid, but it's not a maid outfit. It's actually just here, I'll show you guys a little more. I guess from the top it kind of looks like a maid outfit. Hello? See? This is the top. It's like a button. It's kind of like a button-up shirt. It's like a classic button-up shirt. Yeah. Alright, you guys want to see the rest? Just like every good fanboy, we wear a skirt. It's a skirt pants, okay? So it's a skirt pants. So they're like safety shorts, so you can't just peek up. But it's a nice little skirt pants that I'm wearing. So this is what the outfit looks like. It's like a two-piece. There's like a bottom skirt, and there's like a top piece. My main color scheme is black and white, as you can see. Black is my favorite color. So it's like a Alright, if you want to call it a May outfit, this is like a boy May outfit. I guess I have the May gloves as well, so. Alright. Something you guys might notice is that the nails are really cutely designed. I'll show you guys in a little bit, but let me peek more. What? What? Hi. Hello everyone. My name is 2ten, or I go by tenten nickname, and I'm a funny femboyVtuber. Hello. Please observe. That sounds kind of wrong. Hello. Thigh strap. Yeah, I like the thigh strap. So this is like my take on like it's kind of like it's not a maid outfit, I promise, but it's like an OG looking ish outfit. Everyone keep thinking it's a maid outfit, but it's okay. If you guys want to call me a boy maid, it is what it is. Alright. So some of the details, including like we obviously have the little bunny chokers right here on the neck. The nails. Oh, it's got cut off. The nails are little cutesy as well. They're green nail designs. And of course we got thighs. Everyone loves thighs. Long Chinese legs. Some long Chinese legs. And obviously you can't go wrong with black boots. So this is black boots. Alright. The main color scheme is black, green, and white. So those are my three main color schemes. This is going to be the complete design review. So today I have a short presentation prepared for you guys, telling you guys about who I am, what are my hobby, and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. But yeah, hello, I'm tenten. I'm a brand new femboyVtuber. Okay, let's get started. Hello, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Come in. Alright. So, let's dive into the presentation day. Hi! Okay, so today I got a little bit of material prepared for you guys about who I am, what are stuff that I'm planning on doing, what are things that I'm planning on doing on my VTuber activity, and stuff like that, right? So again, my name is tenten, or going to my Chinese is Teen Hub, which stands for 1010. So when you put 210 next to each other, you get 210. So that's my handlers, but my nickname is going to be by tenten, right? Genders. That's not important, right? We're in 2025. There's more than the binaries now. So fanboy gender. Alright. My birthday is on October 10, and we're debuting exactly 1 + 1 + 1 after. So if you guys didn't realize, today is November 11 or 1111. And I purposely picked this date to debut because it's 211, right? And I'm 210, so we're debuting on 211. Alright. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I'm 5'2". Maybe that's kind of explain why I was made this way, but I'm 5'2", living in America. I'm 5'2" boy. Right. We are. I just realized my stream is scuffed. That's okay. We regularly stream on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Those are going to be my main stream schedule. Usually on the weekend, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I usually go out a lot. So usually coming back on Monday, I probably have like a story time for you guys and stuff like that. I'll I have a lot of story time coming back on Monday for you guys. Like I actually unironically go out a lot. Which should you guys talk about later? This is one of the biggest questions I get all the time. It's like, wow, you're a fanboy VTuber, but do you actually go outside in a skirt? That answers maybe. But yeah. Anyway, so I regularly stream Monday where I'll have hopefully some story time to tell you guys about the things or the adventures I went on. Otherwise, I stream Wednesday and Thursday in the middle of the week around 7 to 8 p.m. PST is when I start. Probably just playing games and stuff like that, right? Alright, so let's talk about a little bit about me. I was born in Hong Kong in China. So I'm 100% Chinese or 500% Chinese even. I'm very, very, very Chinese. I'm very influenced with the Chinese cultures. I only really moved to Canada in high schools. So I was born, made in China, and then I moved it over to Canada in high school. So there was a lot of Chinese culture ingrained in me, including like the anime cultures as a kid, or even just like Chinese online video games. So I'm 500% Chinese, right? 我是 Chinese， 冰淇淋，早上好。现在我要冰淇淋。I moved to Canada to study for high school, and then eventually I moved it on to studying for computer science. Ended up graduating with a Bachelor of Computer Science at MIT of the North. Right. So I graduated with a Bachelor of Computer Science at a university called MIT of the North. Not the one in Boston, but a different MIT. It's a slightly more north MIT. So yeah, unfortunately our universities is very nerd heavy. Everyone just study there, so that's maybe that's explained why I made this way, because I'm 5'2", computer science in a university that's filled with nothing but nerds. And then in the end I became a VTuber anyway, so unfortunate. But yeah, alongside that, I have a diploma in Japanese language, so I can yap a little bit in Japanese. I'm not very fluent in Japanese. I'm fluent in Chinese, English. I'm like half. I can speak like half Japanese. Like I can go to Japan without having to speak any English word. But otherwise, I'm not that fluent. Like I can't really get a haircut in Japanese. Like, but I can like get by, ask for direction, order food, like. すみません、すみません、日本語上手、日本語上手、すみません、すみません、日本語上手、日本語上手. And then they speak back to me, they're like, ah, 日本語, and then they only speak Japanese, and I'm just like, I didn't think this far. I didn't think this far. So I can speak the basic, like, 食べ物、注文、お願いします, like, please, like, I want to order food, but, and then they would be like, what thickness do you want your noodle? And I'm like, hi. Like when they ask you what thickness your noodle wants, like you know how there's like you can choose like thin noodle, thick noodle, regular noodle. I'm just like, I don't know how to say thick in Japanese. Hi. That's all I know how to say. But yeah, that's how I was made this way. I speak half Japanese, fluent Chinese, fluent English. I have a computer science degree, and I'm 5'2". Okay, look, it's not a choice. I didn't become like this on a choice. The fanboy of VTuber road chose me. I didn't choose to be a fanboy VTuber. Alright. But yeah, this is basically how my life went, right? I started with plan A, which is studying for computer science. And eventually I moved on to being a streamer. I've been streaming for the past 4 or 5 years. I used to do Genshin Impact stream. I used to play this character called Xiangling. And then unfortunately I've now moved on to Plan C, which is who I am. And then I don't know what the Plan D is gonna be yet. Hopefully I don't need a Plan D because I don't know if there's a Plan D. But yeah, I'm literally the combination of Plan A, Plan B, and Plan C. So I'm a computer science fanboy Twitch streamer. Fortunately or unfortunately for me, I guess. Alright. And then we have the design. So So this is what the design looked like. It's designed by the wonderful Shin Ye. This is the original design. You can see a lot of elements were reassembled to it. In fact, so 5-6 years ago, I came up with this very original design. At this point of my life, like 5-6 years ago, when I was first trying to design my own characters, I was like, what do I really want? I didn't really like male characters that much, but I didn't really want to do the full girl characters either. That ended up becoming who I am here, like a half and half mixture of whatever. You can see a lot of the original elements still kind of transfer over, including the black themes, or the black and white theme and stuff like that, the devil wings, ears, and stuff like that. So this was my very original design 5-6 years ago by myself, right? And of course, the gamer boy aesthetics of hoodies, headphones, hats, and stuff like that. Eventually, I decided that I want to try doing VTubing a little bit, so I created this buddy fanboy VTuber design with the help of Xie, who is a really wonderful designer. And you can see that we have a lot of reassemblance with the original design. And of course, we have our little mascot, which is at the bottom left of the screen, which is going to be Mr. Nines. Right, so I'm number 10, but he's Mr. 9. So he's a little bunny mascot, right? He's not a pickle. For some reason, a lot of people see him and they're like, you got a pickle on your screen. He's not a pickle. He's my little pet. He's like my pet buddy, right? He's my little penny pet. His name is Nines. Right? And then with the help of two very wonderful artists and rigger, which are Bio, who created the illustration for this characters, as well as Otosuki Teru, who is going to be the riggers for this models. They were able to help me create my dream fanboy bunny VTuber. So a lot of shout out to these people for working really, really hard alongside with me to help create this theme model of mine. Alright, let's talk about my BGM. So the BGM you're listening to is an original BGM created by the artist of Stefrili. This is going to be the BGM you're listening to right now. It's really heavily inspired by Profession Layton. I don't know if you guys can tell, it's heavily inspired by Profession Layton a lot. So kind of gonna get you thinking. It's kind of like a new chill BGM and stuff like that. So this is going to be the Just Chatting BGM. Alright. So tags and fan names, right? So the fan name I came up with for my VTubers are Bun Boys. They are like a combination of bunnies and boys. So they're Bun Boys. And this is basically what you guys look like right now, right? For everyone who is watching the debut stream in chat. By the way, thank you so much for coming. When you guys get the time, consider filling out this quick 2-minute surveys. But otherwise, this is what you guys look like, right? So you guys are watching the stream right now. This is what you guys look like. You guys are all little buddies, like Mr. 9. You guys are all little buddies with Mr. 9. Don't look at the fact that why is one of them upside down, right? Whoever want to be the upside down one, you can be the upside down one. But the fan name is gonna be Bun Boys because I love being boys with everyone else. I know, like maybe we look like girly, but part of me, I mean, not part of me, I'm still a boy, right? So being a boy with all my buddies is nice. So we like to call them the boys. So we're like the boys together. So the fan name of the channel is Bun Boy. Alright, we have a Discord filled with other Bun Boys, so they're going to be the Bun Boy gangs. I feel like I shouldn't say the G word because I'm going to get banned on platforms, but it's okay. The Discord and the fan name we have are Bun Boys and Bun Boy gangs. Right, and of course our handle is 2TenVT on all the major platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, X, YouTube. If you're watching on Twitch right now, my Twitch handler is not 2TenVT. It is actually my old handler because I'm using the same channels. I'm debating if I want to update the handlers on my Twitch to the new one as well, which I might do eventually down the line to make everything the same. But otherwise, my handler is 2TenVT on all of the major platforms, including YouTube and stuff like that. And our art tag is 2TenArt. I really like seeing fan art. So there's a lot of fan art out there already, which is really cool. So I really appreciate artists who draw fan arts and stuff like that. And if you ever draw a fan art of mine, if you tag me with 2TenArt, I promise I'll look at it and I'll like it and stuff like that. right? My main activity platform though is probably going to be mostly Twitch. I'll stream on YouTube sometimes when I have like a big things, which I'll talk about. But my main activity platform is going to be Twitch. So that's why the chat only showed Twitch. I didn't realize there's so many of you guys watching it from the YouTube stream right now. I was trying to figure out how to combine the chat for Twitch and YouTube and display it on screen. Unfortunately, I'm too stupid. Okay, even though I have a computer science degree, I couldn't figure out how to combine the chat for Twitch and YouTube. So I end up only, unfortunately, putting up the Twitch chat on the screen. But there's so many of you guys commenting on the YouTube, which I really appreciate. Thanks for coming and thanks for hanging out. Right? I wish I can put you guys on the screen as well. That'll be nice. But yeah, I also have a marshmallow link, which is linked in the Discord. So if you don't know, marshmallows are this little like cards that lets you ask me anything, and I'll basically try to answer them on stream. You can ask me, not my credit card information. When I put credit card, I mean like, what is the best credit card to open? You can ask me anything from like mathematics, computer science, gaming, dress, fashion, stuff like that, right? I did end up, okay, even though I'm not stupid, maybe sometimes, but the most part I'm pretty smart, I think. I mean, I did graduate with a bachelor of computer science, so you can ask me anything. Like if you want to ask me about your math homework and stuff like that, then that's fine. I'll try to answer it and explain it on stream. I really like just talking about math and stuff in general, so I don't really mind as long as I have time to answer. That'll be cool. But yeah, feel free to ask me anything. That'll be cool. Alright, let's talk about the things that I like and dislike. So who I really am, right? I really like learning new things, as you guys might be able to tell. Mathematics or learning things in general is a specialty of mine. When there's like a new games, I love diving into them, figuring out what the games is like, figuring out the meta, and sharing that with you guys. I really like learning new things, but I also really like sharing that, which is why I became a streamer in the first place. Fanboy ChatGPT, you can call me that, right? But unfortunately, I get baited really hard by Chinese RGB things. Man, I'm those idiots. Okay, not idiot. I'm not dumb. But I am one of those people who pay the RGB gamer tax. I always pay the RGB gamer tax. I love shinies. I get attracted to shinies so fast. If there's like a shiny things, I sprint to it. I get attracted to shiny so fast. Maybe I should add some RGB on my model. Flash bang you guys real quick. But I really like dressing up. Sort of my reason of making my model this way. I like fashion a lot. Mostly I wear tech wear when I'm in boy form, and when I'm in fanboy form, then I wear mostly the closer to Japanese fashion stuff. When I'm in boy form, I like wearing tech wear. I actually recently bought like a Naruto jacket, like Kakashi jacket and stuff like that. The thing about me though is that like I feel like I'm like a mega Asian boy at the end of the day, you know. I'm like still like a very little boy, so I really love all the really little boy stuff. I love little boys. Okay, that sounds so wrong, but I love little boy things, including like Beyblade, Kamen Rider, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon card, Digimon, Game Boy, PlayStation, or even Naruto headband. Right? If you guys have any like boy memories that you want to talk about or share with me, feel free to do so. I love all of these things. Unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to explore a lot of them as a kid. I played a lot of Beyblade in the old generation with the I don't remember what it's called, but it's one of the Pegasus. Beyblade Pegasus era was the era I played a lot of Beyblade. Obviously I played the OG Yu-Gi-Oh with like Dark Magician and stuff like that. I've been collecting like Pokemon card a lot recently, as well as like Riftbound. Game Boy is actually my very first console. My mom bought me a Game Boy one day and she regretted it. My mom always tell me that buying me a Game Boy was the biggest regret she has ever made, because it made me got addicted to video games and I turned out like this, and it made my eyesight really bad. But I mean, it's okay. I don't know. I wonder if my mom still regret me buying a Game Boy, because in the end, I did get into computers a lot because of it. So, maybe it worked out for me. I don't know. My Game Boy was. I played a lot of Crash Bandicoot. That was a game I actually played a lot on the Game Boy. Right? And then other things. I think one of the biggest thing about me is that ever since I was a kid, I really like those little nerd accessories, like the Kamen Rider Henshin belts. Man, that Henshin belt on the Kamen Rider gotta be like peak boy item. Peak boy item. The Kamen Rider Henshin belt. I never owned the Kamen Rider Henshin belt, but that would be one of the first thing I buy whenever I can get a chance. I just don't know which Kamen Rider I want to be, because some of them are kind of ugly now. The new Kamen Riders are unfortunately a little more ugly now. They're like buggies looking, you know. Yeah. So, oh, and of course Tamagotchi. I never really owned a Tamagotchis. You guys know what I was into as a little kid? The magical, other than Kamen Rider like transforming you, I was pretty into the little magical girl transformation things, like Cardcaptor Sakura with her wand, Shugo Chara with her eggs, and stuff like that. So maybe that's why I made this way, because like I couldn't get my Kamen Rider Henshin belt, but I surely got myself a magical girl wand to turn me into a magical girl. So I guess that's why it was this way. Alright, let's showcase some of the art that we have. Again, I really like artists. So we have on the left an art drawn by Bro Yuyan for a JoJo style reference art of me and Mr. Nines kind of fighting off in video games. Despite looking like this, I promise you, I'm a complete elite video game gamer. Right, I'm a pretty big, complete elite video game gamer. I might be a little scuffed sometimes, but for the most part, I think I'm a pretty elite gamer. So this is a JoJo art renders of what it looked like in game when I'm fighting demons. It's a really cool art. Thank you, Mr. Bro Yuan, for drawing the art. And then we have another cutesy little art, kind of like a Kurobi, like hee art drew by Rawberry. This is a really cute art as well. It's kind of like a cutie version of what I look like during the day and during the night. Alright, so during the night I'm like the hee, but during the night I'm out here slaying demons in my dream, man. I promise you, I'm actually pretty good. I think I'm pretty good at games. In the end. So we'll be playing some games today on the stream. I have a couple games planned. I have this game called Super Minimal that I'm planning on playing. I heard it only take like an hour to 2 hours, so if we do finish, then we might try to play some little Arc Raider, because Arc Raider seems to be a really cool game and stuff like that. Speaking of games, let's talk about some of my emotes, right? So these are the emote I have on my channel. This is my favorite one, because this is how I feel like my viewers treat me. They just like bully me all the time and be like, streamer do this, streamer do that, ding dong ding dong. This is how I feel. But I love cool emote in the stream. These are emotes available on the Twitch channel to my Twitch subscriber. If you subscribe on Twitch, you're able to get ad-free viewings as well as access to a bunch of different emotes that you can use in the chat. In addition to, there's gonna be a secret hidden subscriber only channel in the Discord. Now I don't really post, I promise you it's not anything sus, but I do post a little more of my IRL adventures in the Discord channels. But if you guys are interested in following me beyond just the streaming space, I do post some of my real life adventures, fanboys adventures on the Discord for the subscribers. So there's gonna be a little bit of benefit right there. Speaking of subscribing, there's a discount running on Twitch right now. So if you're to subscribe on the Twitch channel right now, I think I'm running a 30 to 40% discount. So this is a really good time to subscribe today and get access to some of these really cute and cool emo, as well as ad-free viewing. Alright, speaking of games, let's talk about some of the games I like to play. I really like playing action RPG. One of my favorite game of all time is Nier Automata. Nier Automata is so good. I love Nier Automata so much, and I'm really glad I went to the Nier Automata concerts. Nier Automata music is one of my favorite of all time. I really liked it, Nier Automata music, and that would be the main thing I listen to a lot. But of course, we have other action RPG like Black Myth Wukong, which I'm planning on playing on stream very, very soon. I know that game came out like last year's, and it was a Chinese Souls-like game, but I never got the time to play it. So Black Myth Wukong will be one of my main goals to play this Christmas. Alright, it's a very Chinese time of me to play a Chinese Souls-like game. But otherwise, Sekiro and Elden Ring were two of my favorite Souls-like. I really enjoy Sekiro. I actually really like Sekiro. I liked it a lot more than Elden Ring because it's a lot more fast-paced. But action RPG are my favorite. Other games like Celeblade and things like that are also really good. And you'll probably see me playing a lot of action RPG on the channel here. If there's like a action RPG you guys want me to play, I know there's a lot of cool action RPG out there that I've never tried, like God's Light? What is that called? Gods of War. Gods of War, Witchers, Skyrim, and definitely leave a suggestions in the channel below. I'll try them out sometime. But another side of me that I also really like, it's gonna be strategy or puzzle games, right? I really like puzzle games. They're the things that I grew up with a lot. Professor Layton's was one of my favorite. I bought a 3DS just to play the Professor Layton and Phoenix Wright collab. When I bought a 3DS, my friend laughed at me, be like, dude, everyone is buying a Nintendo DS to play Pokemon, and you bought a 3DS to play puzzle game, and I'm like, why are you hating on my puzzle game? Why are you hating on my puzzle game? But yeah, I actually bought a 3DS just to play Professor Layton. I never really got that big into playing Phoenix Wright, actually. I feel like Phoenix Wright, I played it for the first one, but I just couldn't really get into it. I feel like it's a little too slow for me, so I end up liking Professor Layton. But of course, we have one of the best puzzle game ever made, which is Portal 2. I really like Portals. Man, I wish they would make another Portals. I know there's a couple spin-off on Portals, but Portals is one of my favorite puzzle game of all time. It's just so dynamic. It is so fun. It is like a combination of action RPG and a puzzle game, right? So that was really cool. If they ever make a Portal 3, man, I'm jumping on that so fast. And I can display my intelligence to chat. And finally, I like doing escape room a lot. They're like fundamental puzzle and things like that, so they're really cool. But of course, other than action RPG and strategy or puzzle games, I also play a lot of other games, which are like, oh, here. Speaking of which, I really like the Nier Automata a lot, to the point where I actually end up doing like a speedrun of it, right? So I really like Nier Automata. It's one of my favorite games of all time, and I end up learning how to speedrun it, and I was able to beat the game under 2 hours. It's actually on the Nier Automata speedrun leaderboard. It is speedrun verified. So this is one of my cooler achievements that I did, right? I learned how to speedrun Nier Automata under 2 hours, and I was able to figure it out. Now, I know that people can speedrun it about an hour and 20 now, but unfortunately I never got that good to make it there, so oh well. But other games I played, including, I like to call them competitive Papaya games. There are games where I'm really good at until I fumble, which are like League of Legends. I love League of Legends. Anyone just watched the T1 versus KT final? But I love League of Legends. League of Legends is really good. And then we have Escape from Tarkov, which is a game I'm actually planning on grinding and playing a lot whenever it comes out. Escape on Tarkov is coming out in 4 or 5 days, I think. And then I'm gonna be grinding a lot of Escape from Tarkov this week and stuff like that. So hopefully I'll see you guys there when I'm kind of like a rat. Well, I'm like a bunny, but I play like a rat because, you know, I got ears. I kind of just sit in the corners because I'm too scared. I'm too scared to go around and stuff like that. Yeah. I kind of just sit around and look for things, and I hope to have you guys join me there when I play Escape from Tarkov, because it would be nice hanging out while there are dead time and just like looking around and stuff like that. And then finally we have Marvel Rival. I played a lot of Marvel Rival when it first came out. I didn't really have time to play Marvel Rival now, but I actually made it to Grandmasters on Marvel Rival when the first season come out, and I was playing mostly Magic. I was playing mostly Magic on Marvel Rival, and I made it to Grandmaster, so that was pretty good. By the way, for what it's worth, I also made it to like Diamond on League of Legends, which I know is not very high, but I feel like it's high enough to talk about, you know? Like, so I call them competitive Papaya games because I'll get good enough to make it to like Diamonds or Grandmasters, and then I'll just I don't know, fall off. So, but another genre that I really like is gonna be MMORPG. I really like playing MMORPG. They're like, they let me socialize with other people, and they let me just go on adventures and do things. So I really like playing MMORPGs. ArcheAge was my all-time favorite MMORPG. Man, I love ArcheAge. ArcheAge was so good. I can like talk about ArcheAge like all day long. I played that game for like 3 to 4 years, and there's so many amazing adventures. Maybe I'll find a day in the stream to talk to you guys all about it. But I really miss ArcheAge. I wish they would bring it back somehow, but then it would never be the same anymore because the internet is so competitive now. Like, by the time someone figured one thing out, everyone else is gonna figure it out. I think the magic of what made ArcheAge really good was the fact that nobody really knew anything. And then we have Mabinogi. Mabinogi was one of my biggest childhood memory. I know they have a Mabinogi Eternal project coming up, as well as a Mabinogi Mobile, which I'll probably check out. But I really enjoy Mabinogi. I feel like it's another MMORPG that's very non-linear, and you can just make your own adventures. Actually, Mabinogi was the first MMO I ever played it in China. I was playing on the original Taiwan servers back in the day. So that was when I was still living in Hong Kong, and I would play on the Taiwan Mabinogi servers, and I'll have like a Taiwanese guild, and I'll speak Chinese to them. Unfortunately, I stopped playing Mabinogi because I moved into Canada, and I didn't want to play on the Taiwan server anymore because the ping was just so massive, and the time zone difference made it so hard to play with other people. Considering that it's a game that's not very popular anymore, I unfortunately just dropped the Mabinogi. And then we have, of course, Maple Story. Maple Story. That's a classic. You guys get it, right? I didn't really start playing Maple Story as a kid though, because I moved in from China to Canada only in high school. So I missed out on the kids Maple Story journey, and I only started playing Maple Stories during the very big revamp of Arcane Rivers in the COVID. So when COVID happened, there was a very big revamp of the game. Not Big Bang, but like the second revamp with like 5th Drop and things like that. And that's when I really started playing. I think a lot of people were trying to play Maple Story during COVID days. So that's when I started playing, and that was honestly really good. I ended up getting to level 275 over the past 4 or 5 years, and I made it all the way to Gangra and stuff like that. I never did Black Mage and things like that. Maybe I will go back to Maple Story sometime to check out how the game is doing, because I know they made a lot of update now. But it was just one of those games where I just unfortunately didn't end up having time to play a lot. Alright, cool. Let's talk about some anime and manga that I like, or anime and manga, which are anime and manga. The manga that I really follow a lot is, of course, just like everyone, the One Piece. I'm pretty catch up on One Piece. I made it all the way to Elbaf and stuff like that. I'm pretty catch up. Gear Tagando Luffy. And I really like One Piece, the drum of liberation. But yeah, Gear 5 Luffy is so cool, and One Piece is a anime or manga that I continuously keep up with almost daily whenever there's a new chapter and things like that. And then of course we have Axel World. I think this one might be a little bit of a niche one, but Axel World was a novel that I kept up with a lot, even all the way to today. If you guys didn't know what Axel World is, it is basically the pre-successors of SAO. It's made by the same author as SAO, and it was one of the first anime I really got into, to the point where I started reading the light novel, and I'm caught up all the way to the latest light novel release and things like that, where there's a lot of things going for it. I remember when I was buying Axelworld light novel, one of my friends was with me in the bookstore, and then he was asking if the store, what they call it, workers, hey, like, have you heard of this novel called Sword Art Online? Do you guys have it in stock? And that's actually how I discovered Sword Art Online. Is that I was buying Axelworld novel, and my friends was like, you should check out Sword Art Online. It's by the same author. And then of course we have one of my favorite anime of all time, which is gonna be either Death Note, Hunter x Hunter, or Naruto. These are the animes that I rewatch again and again, especially the Chunin arc in Naruto. These are anime that I have watched like multiple, like 4 or 5 times over and over again. Hunter x Hunter especially, because there's like 150 episodes, but it's like short enough where you can like binge, and long enough where you can like binge. I think I successfully binged the entire Hunter x Hunter in like a week. This is back when I was in like high schools, and we have like reading weeks, and I'll just stay up until 3 a.m. on my little iPad watching all 150 episodes of Hunter x Hunter again and again and again. So, and I'll be watching it until the sun comes out at like 5-6 a.m. So, something like that. But of course, we have every boy favorite show, Death Note. Right. Death Note was really good. I actually didn't like the second part that much when Year came out, but the first part of Death Note was like masterpiece. Like, I feel like nothing will ever beat the first part of Death Note in anime history. So it's definitely one of my favorite of all time. Of course, Misa is hot. And finally, we have webtoons, which are very cool. Tower of Gods and Solo Leveling are 2 webtoons that actually read up all the way to latest. So I read the entire Solo Leveling as well as Tower of God. I really like them as well. They're really good. Tower of God, especially all the way when Bomb started. Well, I don't want to spoil too much for the people who have not read it, but all the training art and stuff like that. I think the thing about Tower of God and Solo Leveling is that they're both very boy-heavy webtoon, focused on a specific characters doing a lot of training and getting really strong, which is how I am. I'm actually a person who are really focused on training a certain aspect about me and get really good at it, which is why I'm really good at playing games, is because I would train really hard and get good at playing certain games. Right. Some of my favorite anime characters of all time, those are always the really cutesy boyish characters. We have, of course, the #1 fanboy, Felix from ReZero, which I cosplayed it once upon a time, but of course we have the OG fanboy. Okay, to be honest, Xiao's not really a fanboy, but if you guys don't know who Xiao is, he's this OG boyish character from Black Butlers. You can see that my outfit is heavily inspired by him a lot. And in fact, he's wearing this like same black and white schema as I am in this photo right now. So you can see outfit comparison between him and me. They are very similar vibe outfit. So this is what it is. It's not a maid outfit. I promise it's not a maid outfit. Alright, it's an OG outfit. They're like J fashion inspired and stuff like that. And I do this because I do a lot of dressy in real life. And this might be an immersion breaking. Alright, I know. Debuting on the first day and doing immersion break already. There's gonna be an immersion break a little bit later, so you might want to be careful. But let's talk about some of the music that I really like, right? I actually mostly listen to pop house music. I have my own DJ controllers where I mix my own house music together. Usually I will play house music on the stream as a background, and sometimes I'll actually mix them together myself. So a lot of people always comment on that I have a really good playlist, and they're actually songs that I have spent a lot of effort researching and fighting for my DJ mixing. So that's why they're really good. It's because I actually mix them together myself. I also really like EDM. We have some of my favorite artists like Martin Garrix or Zed. Clarity by Zed is definitely one of my favorite. You My Clarity, definitely one of my favorite of all time. Right. I'm hoping to be able to attend an EDM festival, maybe EDC, sometimes in my life. I think attending EDC was always one of my biggest dreams in history. Unfortunately, I never made it to EDC, but I'm hoping that one time I'll be able to make it to EDCs, and then I'll be able to tell you guys about my adventures at EDC and things like that. So that'll be really cool and really fun. So that's one of the reasons why I want to do a femboyVtuber model, is so that when I do come back from these adventures, going to like a club with their house mix, I like going to like house clubs. When I go to like EDM rave, I can tell you guys all about it. And then of course we have anime club mix, or I specifically say anime club mix because I really like the anime club mix version of the songs. But usually I really like listening to Ados or YOASOBI, the classic. I really like Ados. I think my favorite song from Ado is probably Odo. It's a really like hype beat songs, kind of like sound like a EDM kind of thing. So that's why I really like it. But yeah, I listen to a lot of house music mostly, and then sometimes EDM or anime music. So it just really depends on the mood I'm thinking about. Alright, immersion break warning. Boom! Alright, so let's talk about immersion break, because this is the question that I get asked a lot, which is, you're a femboyVtuber? Do you actually wear a skirt in real life? Unfortunately, because I'm 5'2", the answer is yeah. So these are things that I wish to be able to show you guys and talk about, and I'll show you guys infos. And that is, when I go on adventures, I actually do unfortunately wear a specific outfit. Don't ask the context of how the one on the right happened, but the context on the right is that I was like jumping over a dead carousels. The carousel was like broken and stuff like that, so I just decided to climb into it, right? So the problem is, you know what the problem is? The problem is, even though I'm wearing a skirt, I don't care. I just IDGAF, and I decided to jump over the fence and do what a boy does, which is explore abandoned area and climb over this fence and onto this dead carousel. Sure, luckily for me, the security was not there, but apparently there was security in the here, and they would have kicked me out. But you know, boys be doing boys things, and that's basically who I am. And why I made this is because even though I wear things like this, I just be doing boy things all along. I just be climbing over the fences, jumping. And then on the left, we have a different outfit of mine. This is actually a Japanese inspired outfit. We have like a OG vest, which is the blue one by Ozone, and then we have like a white top by Dimram, which is another Japanese brand, and then we have a black looking skirt, which is by Liz Lisa. So all these are very, very iconic and famous J fashion brand that I actually do wear, right? But other than just dressing up, I also do a lot of cosplaying as well. So immersion break. So on the left side, we have one of my cosplay for Kageguri that was done at Dragon Con. And on the right side, we have like a Christmas Venti cosplay that was done at Comic Cat in Japan. So this is when I went to Japan. I do go to a lot of overseas anime conventions, including in Japan, which is like Comic Cat, which by the way was like so big. And then Dragon Con in Atlanta. I went to PAX West, PAX East, and things like that. So hopefully, I'll say my goal is to be able to like just talk about these adventures when I come back with you guys, which is why Monday stream is probably the most exciting, because whenever I go out on the weekend, that's why I don't stream on the weekend, because usually on the weekend I'm going out and scaring people in my Halloween outfits, and then coming back on Monday, I'll be able to talk about these stories with you, like what happened and stuff like that, like what happened, right? But yeah, I do go out a lot. I know that sounds weird. I know it sounds weird from a femboyVtuber, but I actually do go outside a lot. Right, and I always have story time to come back. So this is from Dragon Con. This is from Comic Cat in Japan. And I don't just go along, obviously. I have protection with me. And let me introduce you to one of my bros, which is Mr. Monroe. So if you guys have ever seen those memes of like me and bro, or like when bro is under 5'2" and I look at him, that's basically me, except on the other side. Hopefully that's not how you guys look at me. But basically, when I go out with one of my friends a lot, who's a 6'4" Jack tatted up GigaChat. He's a 6'4" Jack tatted up GigaChat, and he's very, 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 very popular with girls, right? He love alt and goth woman, and he's 6'4", so he get lots and lots of girls. So this is literally us. I'm the Hello Kitty. Okay, I'm not the Hello Kitty, but the meme is that he's the Giga Chat with the Guts outfit, and I'm the little Hello Kitty. I guess I'm more like a Kuromi person. I like Kuromi a lot more, but we go a lot. And let me tell you, man, he be getting girls left and right because he's 6'4", jacked up. So when me and my bro, okay, listen, alright. So this is canon. This is actually straight canon event. Alright. So my bro is 6'4", tatted up, super jacked, and he get woman everywhere we go. We're literally that fanboy duo of like me and bro, where I am the little bro and he is a big bro, right? So we go on a lot of adventures together, and he get woman everywhere. It's insane because when I stand next to him, like these women come out and then they see this little 5'2" fanboy next to him, and they're like, is it okay if we take your bros on a date, on an adventure? But like it's crazy, man. Like this is when we went to Dragon Con. This is like we just got there. We literally just got there. We were taking the escalator up. Look what happened. Instantly, this girl started following him at the back and be like, this is what happened to me. So unfortunately, bro has to protect me. But it's turbo funny. When I go on, he doesn't think it's funny. He doesn't think it's funny. But I think it's so funny because when I go on adventures with my 6'4" bro, all these girls be hitting on him, and then they see this little 5'2" fanboy standing next to him, and they're like, "Is this little kid okay?" So it's so funny, and he think I'm grieving him all the time because there's actually a surprising amount of people who confuse me for being his girlfriend. So it's so funny, dude. Every time someone come up and they think I'm his girlfriend, it's so funny. But he's like, it's not that funny, man. Like, if you guys have seen a meme of like me looking at bros when the menu say couple get 20% off, that's literally us, except I have to play the role of the 5'2" one. So unlucky for me, but this is literally what we do when we go outside. So there's a lots of adventures that we go out to, and these are adventures that I will be coming back and telling you guys, so it'll be really fun. So it's a little cut off, but let me move. Right, and I feel like that's how you guys are gonna treat me. I don't know if you guys know the difference between girls and boys. I feel like I actually understand the difference between girls and boys pretty well, just because the way I was made. But if you guys didn't know, when girls talk to each other, they can like yap for hours. They would be like, "Oh, did you know this?" They have so much tea, right? And like I get included in the tea all the time because they think I'm a girl, when in reality I'm a boy. Like, haha. Like when girls have girls' night, they actually invite me, and I get to listen to the tea on the girls, and they'll be yapping for hours. But the thing about boys is that boys don't really talk to each other. There's like these memes of like women be like, "Yo, how come like this guy and this girl broke up?" And then the boys would just be like, "I don't know, he didn't tell me anything." And then the woman would just all be like, "What do you mean he didn't tell you anything? You didn't ask?" But the thing, okay, I know you guys understand this, but when you talk to a boy, when you talk to a different guy, when you talk to a man, no word need to be exchanged. We simply just understand each other. All you have to say is, "What's up?" All you have to say is, "What's up?" Right? Boys look at each other in the eye and they instantly understood the past life of the other guy, even though they've never met before. Right? But because of my luxurious, I guess, settings, I get to be in the middle of these two. It's like I get included in a lot of the girly conversation where they kind of tell me a lot of things, and then I'll come back to be a man and they'll be like, "What's up?" Nothing. Unfortunately, that also made me get the words of both words, which is I became stupid. Right? So all my friends treat me like stupid because I'm like in between these two, where I kind of say things but not a lot. Like I understand things and then I say things and then they'll be like, "You're saying some dumb things." Right? Even though like they look at me in the eyes and they understand what I'm trying to say. So unfortunately I get treated like a stupid a lot, and I kind of expect this is how my chat gonna treat me too. It's like it's gonna be like, you're actually stupid. You're actually so dumb. So I made this little funny meme. But that's the difference between girls hanging out with other girls and boys hanging out with other boys, and then my fanboy chat hanging out with me. Let me, and this actually happened, by the way. Let me show you guys. Like, oh, this. Wait, can I go back? I go back to the previous slide. Dude, like, I'll be honest, like this is okay. This is actually me, by the way. Like, my chat actually unironically think I'm stupid all the time. They're just like, you actually so dumb, you stupid. So let me tell you about the story of that one time where I went to Japan. It's uploaded on my clip channel. So I was streaming the first time I went to Japan, and I was just like streaming things. Like, I was walking around, and look, I would go to a convenience store, and I was like, oh look, cute anime drinks. I instantly just start dropping things. Look, listen, I don't know why, but I drop things a lot. I have no idea why. I think my hands is too small because I'm 5'2". But then everyone just think I'm stupid. Everyone just be like, I can't. So this is my relationship with my chat, unfortunately. And I feel like this is how my chat's gonna continue treating me. Sumimasen. Oh my god, the Sumimasen. I can't. But I promise you, most of the time, I'm pretty smart. I'm not stupid. So again, if you have like life question, math question, you want to ask me about woman's secret because I'm actually included in those, feel free to ask me. If you want to know what is the best Victoria's Secret brand to give to my girlfriends, just ask. I will let you know. I know these things. Really, maybe. Alright? Because that's the luxuries I get. I get to walk into a Victoria's Secret and be like, yo, what should I buy? Okay, I don't wear it. Okay, listen. Okay, I don't buy and wear Victoria's Secret. I'm just saying as an example. Alright. Okay, but anyway, here's a funny screenshot between me and Mr. Bun, bro. This is how I get treated by Mr. Bun, bro. So basically, we're playing Riftbound, right? And I opened up some Kaiser card and I was sending it to him because he loved Kaiser and he played Kaisers. And then he's like, thank you. But did you and then he knew I was stupid. He just know I was stupid. He's like, did you secure it in the cardboard? And I'm like, oh, I forgot. I just put it in the bubble mail. And he was like, are you stupid? We gotta get some Ben R's card. Because and he's only like, it's so insane that my best friend is a dumbass. And I'm like, he's not talking about me, right? He was talking about me. He's not talking about me, right? He's talking about me. So unfortunately, I get called stupid by everyone. No, I promise you, I'm not stupid. I promise you, I know a lot. I promise you, I'm very good at math, computer, video game, and feel free to ask me anything. I'm not a papega. I'm not a papega. I'm not a papega. I'm not a papega. Alright. So with that being said, let's talk about my goals of my VTuber journeys. My goals for being a VTuber is to be able to share my wonderful adventures and life experience with you guys. I want to encourage people to start discovering that their adventures and take care of some as well. And again, I want to do these things by telling you about the secrets of things you might not know about, maybe things that only women will know about, maybe things that you just learn from going out and interacting with people in a different way, which includes stuff like using sunscreen, using skincare, using a heated eye mask, using an eye drop, using things like that, right? I'm going to teach you guys all about the secret of women, right? Like trust. I ironically get invited to the secret of woman conversation, even though I'm a boy, because they treat me like a girl, but I'm a boy. So I, as a bro, which of course help other bros out, and that's the point of being here. Is we're gonna make a study group together. We're gonna learn and treat and figure out how things are gonna work, and we're gonna be better. We're gonna level up our skills together. We call it a study group or fun boy game. Right? And again, that includes things like being good in a video game, math equation, math homework, leveling up your technology skills, and things like that, right? But one of my long-term goals for my VTuber journey is to make either a original house track or merge. Not a Labubu merge. People keep saying I look like a Labubu. Not Labubu. Maybe a Labubu merge. Maybe I'll make a little like charm that you can see on my skirt right now. But my long-term goal as a VTuber is to be able to make either a house track or merge, which are things that we can kind of get to together. Because my goal is that if let's say I do make a Labubu merge, right? I want us to be able to identify each other by the Labubu we wear. It's like, oh, you're a part of the gang. Oh, sorry, not gang. There's no gang here. You're part of the boys. Yeah, it's because I want everyone to be a part of the boys. Like, you know, be welcome, and we are all boys. We're boys together. And you know what boy do? Boy go in and out together. If one of us go in, then we all go do it, alright? Alright, if you're in, I'm in. And that's what boys do together. So that's what a study group is. But hopefully, if I get a chance to like merge or tracks, then we can have like things that we're looking forward to together. And then we can identify other boys, other bun boys by the track or the merge that we wear. So it's gonna be like a little cute like Labubu charm and things like that, so we can identify each other's. So these are my long-term goal as a VTuber. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully we'll be able to make it there. But otherwise, I'm happy you guys were able to join me today. And I'll be sharing a lot of these wonderful adventures with you guys. And I hope that you guys will be able to join me onto this new adventure with me as well. Right? Again, that'll be things like going to do things together. I know like I go on the weekend and I don't include you guys, but in my mind, like we're doing that together. Like we're going on an adventure together. We're sharing life experience together. And I think that is one of the most important things is that the boys stay together. The boys stay together, right? The boys be on top. That is going to be the motto of our VTubers. Alright, so that being said, thanks for listening to me and my debut stuff, right? Most important things is that we're going to be a boy course. The boys stay together. This is why you should be watching boys VTuber instead of girls VTuber. I know VTubing is mostly a girl VTuber dominated industry, but I'm going to try to be the one boys because I'm relatable, right? Boy core, right? If you go to your favorite girl VTuber streamer and you tell her, I can't watch you today, I have to watch Baker versus KT, they're gonna tell you, what do you mean you gotta watch League of Legends? When you go talk to your girls and you tell them, I wanna watch League of Legends today, so I can't watch your stream, they're gonna be like, don't come back tomorrow. Don't come back tomorrow. But as a boy, that's gonna make you different. As a boy, I perfectly understand that there's some things in life that are just more important, man, right? Like KT versus Fakers, that's important. And we're gonna watch that together. We're gonna be boys together. We're gonna watch that games together. By the way, Faker definitely popped off. Because boys understand other boys. Your favorite OG girl VTuber, I promise you, you don't understand you the way I understand you. Because I'm a boy. I understand you. But I'll also be able to teach you things that you didn't know. So that's gonna be the main goal, right? You're gonna grow up and be man together. I'm gonna grow from a 5'2" fanboy to a 6'4" Giga Chat man. And we're all gonna grow together and be man. So that's all. Here are all my socials. I have my main YouTube channel, which is 2TenVT, and then I have a clip channel which is called 2TenSleep. We also have my Twitch stream, which currently is I am 10101010. Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. So these are all my socials. Whatever social you're mostly on, definitely check out as well. So thanks for hanging out. With that being said, alright, thanks for coming to my VTuber debut today. The next stream is going to be tomorrow, Wednesday, November, 8 PM PST. We're going to be playing a lot of different games today, but for the rest of today, I'll be showcasing some of my gaming or smart skills. We're going to be playing Super Minimal, which is like a puzzle game, and then we're going to maybe play some Arc Wader if we have time at the end of the day. So that'll be very, very cool. Yeah, that is going to be it for my VTuber debuts. Hopefully, I'll see you guys on my journeys. Super excited to share this journeys of becoming a man from a boy with you guys. Super cool. So definitely stay around. I feel like one of the things about boys is that like even after going months of not seeing each other's, the moment you come back, you always feels like you can just catch up. So don't feel pressure. You know, I'm a boy, so I understand. And yeah, let's share this wonderful journey together. Ooh. I don't know why, but I heard the stream are very sync. So I know there are people watching on YouTube, and I know there are people watching on Twitch, and I heard the people on Twitch are very desync, and are very like crunchy and very laggy. Is there a reason why that is the case? That kind of sucks. Unfortunately, even though I'm technology advanced, I'm running into scuff streamers. I promise you, I'm not a scuff streamer. Let's go ahead and see. If you are on YouTube right now, if you're watching on the YouTube stream, I will be moving over to Twitch for the rest of the stream. So feel free to join us over on Twitch, which is going to be twitch.tv/I'm10101010. Scuff stream. scalp stream.